Hey everyone, so thank you so much for joining me one more time, and I'm back with more news update for the day. Now, I recently shared news about the South African Home Affairs Minister, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, where he had said that the South African Police Service were free to do spot checks on foreigners, okay? A move which we saw that it was criticized by many. We saw organizations, activists speaking up against it, saying, well, it was going to cause discrimination on foreigners, okay? And other people were liking it to the Dompa system of the apartheid era, where black people had to always carry a pass, wherever they are found, they had to be having a pass. Now, yesterday, we saw that Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi came on Newsroom Africa being interviewed by Impostole, where he said he never instructed the police to do spot checks on the foreigners, okay? And now he had to explain further what he meant by that statement, which went out as if he was giving instructions to the police to say you can do spot identification on the foreigners. Now, I'm going to play for you a small audio of what he said when he was trying to explain and clarify on the matter, okay?
Well, the statement I've released is quoting the Immigration Act, Act number 13 of 2002. If you read it, it's not talking about foreign nationals. It says police have got a right to ask somebody to identify themselves as a citizen, as an asylum seeker, or as a refugee. And I then said this has been happening from 2002. It will be stupid for me to give police an instruction about the job, or law enforcement officers rather, about the job which they do every day, which they've been doing for the past 20 years. Least of all, immigration officers who do that on an everyday basis. If you put, let me take a simple example. Operation Okaimulao, which is carried on in Gauteng, and you know about that, and immigration officers join them. How do they ascertain that somebody is illegal in the country without asking for documents? And how will they know at the roadblock when they stop you, whether you are a South African or not, without asking for documents? They do. But I am saying the Act said we don't have to carry physical documents. You can give an ID. Even South Africans are asked and they give IDs. That in 2010, when we were preparing for the 2010 World Cup, because we had to secure the country, a special vehicle was established, a 24-hour unit, which is doing this function, and is doing it every day. It is not only about foreign nationals inside the country. The 24-hour service, when a plane leaves anywhere in the world, anytime during a 24-hour period, that plane is supposed to send a list of passengers to that unit. And the unit checks through our systems whether there is somebody inside that plane who's undesirable, who is not supposed to be coming to South Africa because he's unwanted here. And we tell the plane not to bring them. Sometimes they take chances, they bring them, and we charge them 15,000 rand per every passenger they bring home. And they must take that person back home at their own cost. That is one part of that system established in 2010. The second part is for any law enforcement officer in any part of the country to phone that center to ask that I've got a lady here called Impostole. She said this is an ID number. Can you check if it is true? If it is not true, then they must help you get the actual documents. And if they can't get them, it's then that you get arrested. So the question I was responding to in Parliament, a member of Parliament said, there is a person who was arrested and locked in for the whole weekend, waiting for Home Affairs officials to identify that person on Monday. And I said, it does not have to be that way. There's a legal way to do it, which is in the Act, which does not mean a person unnecessarily spending the whole weekend in jail to be identified. People.
Okay, so you have heard the clarification there that it doesn't need to instruct the police, because the police are always doing these spot checks on people, on identification. When they stop you at roadblocks or anything, they always ask for identification. So he was now trying to explain what he meant. as we continue, so Dr. Aaron Mutoledi was then again on Morning Live, where again he clarified the same issue, okay, and also was talking about the appeals on asylum seekers and the refugees, okay, and they're saying that they were working on clearing the backlog that is there, okay. So let's listen again to what he said pertaining to this issue one more time.
Thank you, Sakina. Well, first of all, it would have been foolish for me to try and instruct police because I don't even have constitutional powers to give such an instruction to the police. The second thing is that what I'm being accused of having instructed police to do is what police have been doing for the past 20 years. There's nothing more to add. There is an Immigration Act which they follow every day. What has actually happened, Sakina, is that I was briefing the portfolio committee on Tuesday last week. One member of the portfolio committee complained that there was a person who was arrested and put in jail for the whole weekend because they could not identify that person, and they were waiting for Home Affairs official on Monday after the weekend to come and identify if the person is documented or not. Now, my answer was, it does not have to be that way because there is a legal mechanism to identify people, which police are already using. Police have been using, and not only police and immigration officers, or let me say all law enforcement officers, Sakina. They do it at roadblocks. They do it in factories when they are doing inspections. They do it in restaurants. They do it in the farms. They do it all over South Africa, and they do it to everybody. It has got nothing to do with foreign nationals only because, Sakina, if you are at the roadblock and they stop you, ask for identification, how do they know? Nobody is written on their faces that this is a South African or a foreign national. But police do have...
Okay, there was a hiccup there, but again, you have heard him trying to, again, clarifying, okay, on the same issue that no, he doesn't even have the constitutional powers to do those instructions. But anyway, this is all I have for you right now. But of course, I'm going to be coming back with more stories. And thank you so much to my returning subscribers. And to those of you who are new to the channel, please subscribe and stay so that you don't miss on this and more. And by the way, my birthday is going to be on Wednesday, the 28th of September. And of course, I am super excited. I mean, you can all wish me well. Pray for me. That's all I'm asking for. Until then, take care.